Do you play any instruments, Alex?
I did, and I have them.
What?
I have a bass guitar at home. I have an acoustic guitar.
Oh, wow.
And I had a drum set in Korea.
Amazing. So you played all of them?
I wasn't that good at drums, but I liked it.
Nice.
And then the last thing I want to get back is, I don't have my drum set anymore, but the thing I want to get back when I move to a bigger place, I want a keyboard again.
Keyboard? You can play the piano / keyboard?
Okay.
What?
I can do
You can be your own one-man band, for sure. You should do that thing, I've seen it on YouTube, where there's that little recorder. So you record one thing on one instrument, put it down, put it on a loop, then record the drums, then do the keyboard. Then you could sing as well, surely.
You know, actually, it's fun and cool to watch and very talented to do, but I prefer doing the instruments or whatever, but then putting it onto a DAW, which is the software that creates music. Oh. So making music, to me, is more fun, like production, like moving stuff a little bit here and there.
Oh, really? So you're like the producer.
Again, I'm not that good, but...
You're like Simon Cowell, basically.
Sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Is he like a TV producer? I forget what he
started with music, but you're right. Now he's just a celebrity for being cruel as well, mostly. Yeah. Qatar said, I'm in love with this song. The song request we just played there, Starry Night,
I thought it was our intro song.
Maybe as well, actually. It could be. I can't check with the timings. Maybe you're right, Alex. We could play that again later in the show. You can request it. Did you have a good weekend, Alex?
Yeah, pretty good. Full, but I got everything I wanted to get done out of the way.
Anything interesting leisure-wise? / could be work.
Let's see,
leisure.
what could... yesterday, I don't mean to jump ahead of it because it's not out yet. My friend's channel, he's making a video, and we're trying to do a parody video. And I know it's done. Yeah. But the that Abnormal Summit. Oh, and so I'm really curious to see how that turns out.
Did you manage to get enough people to make like a summit?
Yeah, I mean, we had 5 people, plus
brilliant.
The host and the director.
As in people parodying them, not the actual host.
We were all just parodying, yeah. Like, I don't know how it's going to turn out.
That sounds cool. Well, that show, for people who didn't listen to K-Stream when we featured it on the weekend, is all foreigners who speak Korean, talking about issues. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm going to show it to you, because I think you're friends with probably 1 or 2 of those guys, I'm sure.
I cannot wait to see that. I think that show is finished, or they were talking about another season, but it hasn't come through, has it?
Well, I'm sure they will not be high on that list if they see this.
Really? Okay.
It's not that mean, it's just funny, but you never know.
I'm still looking forward to seeing it. Today's hashtag, Alex, is sign or kampan.
Yes.
You even asked, I hope kindly, where did we make that sign that I posted up on Instagram?
Well, I was like, I don't remember seeing this in the Arirang building. I didn't remember seeing, this kind of rubber band art area.
No, there isn't. Although I think it would be great, like therapeutic for people to do.
Absolutely. Can you imagine if we changed the background just a little bit every time?
Yeah.
Like this one new word or something?
That would be so cool. If it could be picked up by the cameras, I think that's a great idea for back here. It was a bit of hard work because I'm not arty at all. But in terms of signs and campans, Alex, do any stick out in your mind? Do you have any favourite signage? It's a bit of a weird question.
I just... ironically, on the way here, I just saw one on... it was just posted on social media from a friend.
Yeah.
But it was a sign that said... It said always on... it was a fast food chain.
Right.
And always coming out on top. I'm like, okay, so number 1, whatever, cool. Yeah. But the sign was placed above another fast food restaurant.
Oh,
and it was a massive sign. And I was like, that's class. I love it.
That is amazing. So they must have known or asked for their sign to be put above another one.
I don't know, but it was that's a fun one for sure.
Ooh, I wonder if the advertiser themselves will get in trouble with the other brand, right?
I mean, they go back and forth all the time. They do these little fun quips back and forth, and I've seen it on Twitter. These Twitter wars between companies, they're fun.
It's true, as long as it doesn't escalate to like Tupac and Biggie Smalls, West Coast, East Coast.
But you've got to, if you're gonna make a sign like that or start, a zip, throwing zingers at each other. You've got to have a really smart social media person. Like you've got to hire someone straight out of high school.
Yeah,
like the ones who know how to get in there.
Yeah, and do things fresh, right, with the youngsters. Talking about signs, Alex from YouTube, not you.
I know Alex now.
Yeah, the other Alex from Germany says, oh, there is a hashtag Daily K sign behind your mascot, Sir Loin. I've never paid actual attention to it, but it's there. Glad to see it's working. It's not on the video radio right now because we've got a different camera angle. Yeah. But yeah, do check it out. It is in front of the monitors here. It is in a bit of a dark green, which isn't the most eye-catching colour. But anyway, Today's topic.
I'm
it's
so
in
ready
front
for
of
this.
Us. Me too.
I didn't eat breakfast.
Oh, I'm not going to eat lunch, so that's why I'm going to make an excuse to pig out. It's in front of us here. What is it, Alex? Explain.
It's delicious.
That's what it is.
It's the... I don't even know. Can you call it the equivalent of like fast food in Korea?
I don't know. That's what it says on the script. I guess it is pretty quick, but yeah, I guess we could call it street food for sure.
Yeah, it's very similar to what the fast food processes in America and I'm sure England, of course. But like you have something that's almost pre-made.
Yeah.
You just need to finish it off, put it together, and then give it to somebody. And this is what comes out at these Korean street foods. These bunshik places, places that you can have a quick but easy, fast snack or dinner.
Yeah.
I've had dinner like here.
Absolutely. This could be a full meal for sure.
Or breakfast.
Yes, that as well.
One thing, though, is I would never eat... Before I came to Korea, I would never eat this kind of food for breakfast. It would be weird.
No, definitely. You've got to have lived here for quite a while, perhaps, and gotten used to it. So the bunshik jib that we mentioned earlier there, Alex, that's like I heard... is a flour-based food restaurant.
Right,
Jib,
and
right?
that's when it became popular, is back when there was a shortage of rice. I think it was in the 60s. They didn't have enough rice, so they would start encouraging people to mix the bunshik, which is flour-based products, with rice products.
Okay.
So that it would, you would fill up on other foods, not just white rice, and not deplete the supply of rice in the country. And so that's exactly why this became popular. It's flour-based products. And to be fair, though, in front of us, we've got one that's flour-based to get a little bit of that fried food in there.
Yeah. This is the delicious trio of foods that will come together at these bunshik places. You may know them as tteokbokki restaurants, perhaps, listeners out there, which is termed the stir-fried spicy rice cakes, which is in one of these plastic bags. We'll explain that a bit later. But it comes as this kind of trio. Maybe what we can eat first, because it's in front of us, is the fried foods, which often come with it.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, these... we can show our listeners what these are as well, because they're all different. And I've got to say, this is the highlight for me when I'm eating tteokbokki. Yeah, is the fried foods. I like anything fried. Fry something and it'll taste half decent is my kind of mantra.
Do you know that we've, in America, we fried chocolate bars, we fry...
I've heard of that. They do that in North England as well.
It's gross.
Is it good? Have you tried it?
It's amazing.
Really?
Just the worst thing you can do to your body.
But does it not melt inside? Is that part of it?
That's the beauty. So, what it'll do is they'll flour it and they'll dip it, and then it'll semi-melt, and when you eat it, it's like chocolatey. So fried anything, yes.
That's so good, isn't it?
Now, we're grabbing which one?
This is the kimmari, right?
Kimmari, yeah. So you've got the noodles on the inside.
And glass noodles, right?
I'm going to be off the mic for a second so I can reach over here. So
okay, yeah, you can go and show it. It's got the noodles wrapped in seaweed, which has then been deep fried. And those noodles are like the glass noodles made from sweet potato starch, usually. And we got to say, Alex, that this is bought this morning. There are places that are open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah, which means you can get it for breakfast.
Oh, you did open up the dipping sauce?
Yeah, because I can't. I'm looking at it and it looks a bit dry, so I want to have the dipping sauce, which is what a lot of Koreans and foreigners do here, right? Dip it in the tteokbokki spicy sauce.
Yeah, and I usually do it too. I'll try the first bite without it. Because either way is usually pretty good. Mm-hmm. Some people mix in the sodium, the salt. I don't know why I call it sodium.
Oh, really? Nice. Like this kind of salt that you get.
But often, mostly, it's that salt is saved for what's going to be coming up last.
Yeah, which we'll show you a bit later. So these are... Tuck in, Alex.
All right, so here's back to ASMR.
We're getting a lot of comments about that, Alex. Oh, wow, that was proper ASMR. I got the crunch through it. So these have been bought this morning, so we haven't reheated them because they might go a bit soggy. But again, dip it in the tteokbokki sauce is my tip, the spicy sauce.
Yeah, now your turn. He's got the sauce in. He bites. Oh, yeah.
And you can see, it's also got some vegetables in there, some carrots.
Yours has carrots,
onion.
mine didn't. Not at the top.
So you know this. I've never seen this not fried. Like, I've never seen a kimmari, like seaweed, with noodles in, without, like, a batter on it. That just doesn't exist, does it, I think?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's usually just dipped. Because
it has
fried.
to be rice if it's going to be in the middle there.
Yeah, then it's a kimbap, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, this is one of many people's favorites I've seen. My wife loves the kimmari tigim, which is this one, which is very Korean. And it's kind of oily inside, right?
Yeah.
It's not the lightest of foods.
There was a lot of oil on that first bite, but I will try it with, maybe it'll kind of neutralize if I add some of that tteokbokki sauce.
Yeah.
So here we go.
It's still delicious, though. I like it oily. You can't really taste the seaweed as well. If you're a bit squeamish about seafood, there's no taste of that at all. It's just to hold the noodles in, right? Yum, yum, yum. The other things we have, I'm going to pick it up with the other side.
You're going to do the seafood.
Yep, this is the squid, right?
The ojingo.
Are you a fan?
Yes, I wasn't when I came here, and now I am. One of those things, it's an acquired taste if you've never really had it in your life.
Yep.
It's weird the first few times, but as you live here and you start having foods like this, kind of like, you mix a little bit of what your taste buds like fried food.
Yeah.
And then have something that your taste buds don't know anything about. Eventually, you come around, and I can eat squid on its own now. You
were telling us that was your method for tomatoes. Put them in a hamburger, then move on, right? It's a great idea. Chomp into that, Alex, while I explain the last one here. This is like a vegetable fry-up that's all been mashed together. So there's mainly sweet potato, which tastes great fried, I must say. There's some carrots, and there's also what I believe is gennip, the perilla leaves that I hate. So I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah. So this is good. I'll finish this explanation as you eat that.
Do it, yeah.
But this is basically one long squid leg. I was looking away because I was looking at the food and like my voice goes off the microphone. So it's one long squid leg that's just like that. Now you just bit into the
sweet potato.
I'm going to call it a fried veggie cake, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, okay. It's a mishmash of vegetables, but mainly sweet potato. I love this.
That's a great one. I always eat that for sure when I have the option.
Yeah, because usually at these tteokbokki restaurants, you'll have all the fried foods out in a line, and they refry them for you so they're hot. And so you can pick and choose like which ones you want more of. The sweet potato, the squid, the kimmari. What else is there sometimes?
I mean, I like that one just because I can tell my mom I had my veggies, and I'm good.
I had some sweet potatoes, double refried, but they were sweet potatoes nonetheless.
As for fried ones, I think those are the main ones that we knock out there.
Yeah, you're right, aren't you?
You can get other things that are not part of the fried menu. But I mean, there are other things too that are not part of. So it's a little hard to describe, and maybe we'll go into it how you buy it. But there's other items that are fried that are not part of this classification of food.
All right, let's do that in part 2 and 3. We're going to play a song for you. Send in your messages to what is street food in your countries, and we'll read those out in part 2. This is GOT7 featuring Hyorin. It's No Hanaman, One and Only You. We are... Oh, nice, Alex. Nice time with your hands as well. A monster. There are tissues down there, Alex.
I was out of time.
Let me get you one. Here you go. Yeah, we were just chatting away. We were going to try and do that, and I totally forgot. So I was panicking and talking. But with Alex's crunching, munching. Oh, that sounds quite crunchy as well.
That's a napkin.
Yeah. You know, on the films, though, in dramas, they do use completely different objects for the sound effects. So we could do that for the napkins next time.
I'm gonna eat a bite of it right now.
For everyone listening on radio,
that wasn't it.
Sounded awful still.
Go back to the regular one here.
Oh, yeah, it's still crunchy. Like, this was bought this morning. I must say that most tteokbokki jibs or tteokbokki restaurants are not open this early in the morning, but as our writer told us, there are some that are open 24/7. So you will be able to find this for sure, like boiling, bubbling.
You know, this one was my favorite one, the potatoy. The sweet potato one. Yeah, that was it.
And this place is our senior writer's favourite place. They do the sweet potatoes really nice and thick, so you proper get a lot of veggies in there. Yeah, we could tell our mums, Alex, that we've been eating semi-healthily.
Do you hear that, Mom?
Yeah, exactly. Before we move on, we got some messages to read out. I got one here from Annie in Singapore saying, hi, Alex and Peter. You guys are making me hungry. I like tteokbokki, and dipping the kimmari into the tteokbokki sauce sounds like such a good idea. I can hear the crunch. Give me a little bit. Tteokbokki 좀 주세요. I don't know. It's not going to go well through these microphones, so we'll eat it for you, Annie.
Yeah,
how about that? Yeah.
We would definitely take care of that.
For you, obviously. Not for us.
I mean, no, it's our job. And
yeah, we're getting paid. We're very serious.
Yeah, I wonder if like people ever just look at us and be like, you're just playing.
Yeah, or just eating.
Like you're just having fun. Like no, we're not. We're also
working, contributing to Korea's culture and its promotion, Alex. That's our remit. We take that very seriously.
Yeah, sure. No, I do. It's funny. Luckily, we have producers and people above us that like make sure we're just going in the right direction and they give a better theme to it. Otherwise, we would be just eating on air and like not knowing what we're doing.
It would be all over the place. Yeah. Luckily, we do have someone steering the ship.
I got a message from Canada. I always see the street food in dramas, and it seems to be so delicious, especially the tteokbokki with its red sauce. And the answer to your question that you didn't ask is yes, it is that delicious.
Qatar, thank you for the message. Yeah. You're right, it will feature often in Korean dramas and stuff. And don't think that is like overplaying the significance of tteokbokki or its popularity. This is so popular in Korea, right?
It is weird how much it is a part of your week. Yeah. And as a Korean, like, no, you walk out of work and people are just lining up at these outdoor tents and they're just like, okay, this is my dinner. This is my, I don't have time for dinner. I'm a busy worker. They do a quick bite. They're standing and eating often at these places. Yeah. And when I first came to Korea, I'll be honest, probably every weekend.
Really?
Every time I went to Hongdae.
Oh, yeah. Afterwards, it's a great snack, maybe after clubbing or something.
Yep,
it's open outside the club. So good.
I have my favorite, I don't even know, I just call her my favorite street food ajima. I don't even know if I have a name.
She's street food lady.
She is there all the time. She's been there for years.
Nice.
And she remembers me every time I go, even if it's been 2 years since I've been there.
That's
and it's
so
in Hongdae.
Nice.
And so I'll stop by and say hello every time. So if you ever like have those images of like, oh, I wonder if there's like a cute Korean lady that's gonna serve. Yeah. These people, they're there. The same people are there at the park. You know, the park area.
Oh,
they're
Hongdae,
there all
right?
the time. And I found out that the one next to it, it's an older woman, but her father had been doing it for years and years and years, and it passed on.
Handed down through generations.
The father still comes by like once a week or something like that.
That's amazing. Yeah,
so
that's so cool. And as well as those outdoor street vendors, this is like a recipe, a dish that is served at tteokbokki restaurants, which are like proper hole-in-the-wall building places. They'll often have the windows that open, and you can just buy it from outside on the street as well. Another message here from Siska says, "I'm collapsing here. Those fried things, those twigim, I love it. Dipping it in tteokbokki sauce. I do it with kimbap too. That's another little secret. Yeah, with the seaweed rice rolls. Dip those in there. They taste way better." And you said, what is that brown thing you guys haven't opened yet? We'll show you in a minute.
Get to it. And that's the grand finale.
You say in Indonesia, we also eat fried things for breakfast like gorengan. It can be cassava or tempeh or tofu, veggies, bananas, sweet potato. Oh, that sounds good.
A fried banana is one thing I've never tried that I really want.
Oh, they serve it sometimes in British Chinese restaurants for dessert, and it tastes so good. And you say we can eat them with porridge as well. A couple of messages on YouTube. Sarange Soul says, "Where are the silkworms?" Oh, the bondegi.
I had some this weekend. You'll see it on an Arirang TV show coming soon.
What did you think?
You know what's funny? I always rag on it, and this time I was like, it's not bad.
Just the silkworms in the cup kind of thing.
It's taking 9 years, but I'm finally okay with it.
Not a massive fan, but not okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle now. I think I've made it. I can eat it.
That's brilliant. Well done, Alex. I'm still nowhere near that, I must say. But silkworms not usually sold with tteokbokki, you must say. They're usually separate from other street vendors. And then we've got also Alex in Germany saying, German street food, mainly currywurst and doner kebabs. Do you have doner kebabs in America?
What is that? I know kebab. Is it similar to what we see in the streets in Korea?
Yeah, it's like where they've got the lamb on the big thing and they just shave it off.
I think we have it now in America. We didn't have it in my town back then, but I think now when I go back, I've seen them before, and we definitely have them in Korea. Like, at least whatever version of it is here.
Sure, there's lots of, I think, Turkish people who come here and open those restaurants up. Let's get on to the tteokbokki before we run out of time.
All right, I'm going to eat this over my new...
Oh, we got cups.
Plates.
I think this is why we were
is that what they're
cups.
for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to use... Yeah, okay.
And there is, look, even, this is what we were looking for earlier, the mandu, right? This is usually fried and put over here.
Oh, we lost one.
There we go. I'll clean it up, I promise. And that's usually sometimes put in with the tteokbokki here.
All right, so mine's not going to make a sound. Yours might. You want to go
first? It's a bit floppy, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
But that's
It's
what
a
happens
mandu.
when you fry it and then you put it in the tteokbokki sauce.
Yeah, it gets all soaked, and it's got the minced meat in there with some herbs and some noodles, and you got the tteokbokki.
I have the tteokbokki.
This is a mix, apparently, of rice-based tteokbokki and flour-based. I think
This
that's
one's
a flour-based one.
Flour-based.
think
The
so.
thicker one in here, if we can find it, will be a rice-based one.
There is meant to be one,
Alright.
isn't there? Okay. And it's a spicy sauce, which is sometimes a little bit sweet.
No sound coming out.
No, it's just very chewy, isn't it? Oh, I found the rice one. There is just one, literally.
That's beast.
This is huge, isn't it? How does it taste, Alex?
Got a nice morning spice to it.
Oh, I should share this, but I'm not going to. The rice one is way chewier than the flour ones that I usually eat at home.
You sure there's none down here?
No.
I'm looking right now.
There's proper fat as well, so they maybe only give you one.
All right, I'm going to have one more of these regular ones.
Oh, it's so good. And the fatter it is, it means you don't get such a sauce to rice cake ratio, so you can appreciate the rice cake more. The sauce has got a big kick to it if you're not good with spice, right?
I think I'm going to be okay with this, but I would not have my mom eat this. She would try it, but she's not been as good. She's not been as good with the Korean spicy foods, to be honest. So if you're someone who's not a huge fan of spicy, have it, but you'll probably be mostly taking your fried food and dipping it over there.
Yeah, that's enough, right, isn't it? My son also, and many youngsters, they like tteokbokki, but it's too spicy like this, so he'll wash it in a cup of water next to us when we're eating it.
Yeah.
And then it's not too bad. Like, it really plays down the spice. The flour one, after you've eaten the rice one, is like meh.
Are you serious?
Really, because
Are
the
you
rice
serious?
one
You're gonna
is
keep saying that?
proper chewy.
You're gonna keep saying that? You're gonna tell me how? Oh, fine.
But what I'm saying for you is, Alex, the rice one, the flour one will probably taste all right. So I've been punished in a way.
Oh, it's so hard to be King Peter.
Yeah,
how hard it
absolutely.
must be.
So this texture is really unfamiliar to foreigners, don't you think? Like,
Yeah.
I found it difficult to like as well.
How did I start liking it? I started liking it because we had it in obviously in Hongdae, but also they would bring it to us. They would bring regular duck to school.
Okay.
But then after school, I think my co-teacher took me out there once or twice to get it too, to introduce me to Korea. So yeah, it's a soft. It's like, what is that? A gummy.
It's almost
worm?
like chewing gum, but like a soft gum that will melt into your mouth.
I actually don't have an equivalent in America.
No, and that's why getting over the texture is a bit hard, but with the sauce, which is so stimulating, that's what makes it okay, I feel, right?
Because otherwise it's rice.
Yeah, that's been kind of digested and then regurgitated. We will be back in part 3 with what's in this brown bag.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to this part.
And you may be off-put by these all being in plastic bags, but that's how they serve them, because none of the liquid seeps out.
Yeah.
And apparently it's okay for our health, I hope. We're going to play some Giant Pink featuring Casey. I don't think I love you. 너를 사랑하진 않아. Just had my fill of the 오징어 튀김, the squid deep fried. Oh, it's a bit chewy, so I'm still eating it, but really tasty. Anything dipped in that tteokbokki sauce tastes great.
Yeah, I think anything that you could buy at one of those stands or in those stores, I probably dipped it in that sauce. So
absolutely. And the other thing that sometimes they'll do, you can get ramyeon added to the tokbokki, which is then known as rakbokki. And that's so good. It's when they just put like the noodles in there. Oh, it's delicious.
Cheese rakbokki is a great one.
With the cheese on top. You're right. This is so good. I'm so loving this segment. I've been eating all throughout the song break as well. We got a couple more messages to read out. Alex, you got one from 사랑의 Seoul talking about the US.
Oh, yes. We have chocolate-covered bacon on a stick.
What?
God bless America.
Are you serious? Is that you joking?
No, I mean, we do things to be more American. You don't understand.
Chocolate-covered bacon on a stick.
Yeah, I've never had it, but I know it's there.
Would that be good? I guess with the saltiness, because chocolate and salt goes well together. Yeah. Oh my goodness, seriously. I need to try that.
See, I like something about America is we are so proud to be American that we will make our American stuff even more American.
Are you sure you don't then put that into a hamburger, chocolate-covered bacon?
I mean, I'm wearing a sleeveless T-shirt while I'm doing that, having a soda, looking over the fields.
With your trucker hat and your big,
of course.
aviators. Saragaso goes on to say, we also have deep-fried butter as well. No, you can't eat deep-fried butter. Seriously?
Yeah.
So it's just like a chunk of butter. You can't eat just a chunk of butter, then
Now,
deep fried.
I haven't had this one in particular. They have it at the fair every single year, but I think they put them into chunks and then they fry it. I don't think they might do the whole stick though. Oh, they might do it on a stick like a corn dog.
Okay, and then it's just fried in some kind of batter.
Yeah.
You can't eat butter just like that, can you?
We're Americans. We can do anything.
Isn't that too rich? That's amazing. Alex from Germany says, sounds American.
Actually, no, I have one video, and it's one of my better food videos from. It's my best. In my videos from America, it's my best one, and it's eating chocolate-covered candy bars and little. How can I say it without saying the name? The circular ones with cream in the middle. The chocolate circular.
The black biscuits with the white cream inside. Really? Chocolate-covered ones?
And that's like my best video, because Koreans are like, chocolate-covered...
biscuits.
fried chocolate? And yeah.
Amazing. So I guess I was giving us a cooking lesson saying you have to freeze the butter first and batter it.
That makes sense.
My goodness. So it doesn't melt everywhere, right? And Alex from Germany is saying, oh man, this all looks so good. We're going to get to the last thing now, and maybe some of our listeners won't be so happy about how this looks. Who knows? This is...
Here we go. This is the inside.
Proper Korean part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the inside's going to be at the bottom, so let me just grab those to the top.
This is a very odd ASMR, because someone listening will have no idea what's happening.
Well, we are taking out a bag of innards. Well, there's some liver there. There's the blood sausage, the sundae, that we love to talk about here in Korea. And it's commonly sold with tteokbokki, right?
Yeah, and it's weird, because I'll buy this by itself.
Really?
And they'll look at me like, are you sure you're not getting the tteokbokki with it?
Especially as a foreigner, that's not got to be too common, yeah.
No, so let's see what we got here. Let's start with the basics. Sundae is the noodles in pork intestine.
Yeah, that's these things, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like a sausage, basically, but with no meat inside.
With blood.
Pig's blood, that's why it's a bit black, yeah?
Yeah. It sounds weird.
It does, but it's not bad.
Well, it is weird if you put it that way. Like, it actually, but it's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like, that is kind of like the kimmari that hasn't been fried, isn't it? Kind of similar, although it doesn't have seaweed. This part is the liver, right?
This is dry.
Yeah,
I have to dip it in that.
Really? Is it good? I don't eat liver.
I don't eat liver anyway. No. I mean, I do because I've heard it's really healthy, so I just like force it down first.
Okay. And these, I think, are maybe parts of the stomach and the stomach lining.
Stomach lining, right? I guess.
Intestines, that kind of thing.
It's the intestines, yeah.
So you get a lot of innards. You can ask just to have the blood sausage bit, and that's what I do because I'm not a big fan of the innards. Then the reason I got the chopsticks the wrong way is this is the hygienic way to do it. Apparently, some people in Korea told me. Turn it the other way around.
The comments have already started.
Yep, really. Blood sausage sounds familiar to me, but liver, nah, not for me, says Alex from Germany. The blood sausage, in England, we have black pudding. And, but that's proper congealed blood and oats, so I can't even touch that.
No, they've had that. I've had that in a soup before in Korea, where it's really congealed, like it almost has the texture of soft tofu.
Really?
Or like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not such... It's very irony because it's blood, which is full of iron. This is the salt that you usually dip it in, and you may be thinking, what's wrong with the colour? It's got some gochugaru in it, right? The chili pepper
white
powder.
Salt with some red little pepper powders in there.
And also some sesame seeds. Do you want to give it a dip and give it a try?
I think the salt adds a nice flavour to it. It gives it a different taste to it.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so here, I'll give a little more for the camera.
Yeah, I'm going to munch on it.
I don't know if they can see the salt. Yeah, it's a little bit on there. Let's see if I get the back. Yeah. There we go.
That really, you need it. Otherwise, for me, it's a bit too like the blood taste. But the blood taste is very subtle, but it just gives it a little bit of meatiness, I think, to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. The texture is really, again, unique. It's not like the tteokbokki, but it's quite squishy inside. But you've got the lining on the outside, which holds it all together. Are you going to be brave and eat the other parts?
This part I really like.
What's that part?
I'm guessing a kidney, but I have no idea. It's because I've only ever called it the insides. Okay. And even though I was a bio major, I never dissected anything bigger than a frog.
No, me neither. You could be right with a kidney, or maybe even another part of the liver, perhaps. I don't know.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna do this so I can get a better. There we go.
Okay.
You can see some arteries? I don't know.
It looks like some
maybe
kind
it's
of
lungs.
vessel, right?
It could be the lungs.
It could be. Who knows?
This could be the lungs. It's softer. I like this one better than the actual liver.
Okay, go for it. Then.
It's got a little softer taste.
In the salt or in the duck? Oh, just straight up in there. What does it taste like? Maybe I should try a bit of liver. You're right.
Not liver.
No?
Try the better one. Here.
You say this is the better one? Mm-hmm. It's softer. Mm-hmm. It has got that little line running through it. Maybe it is a kidneys, because they need that to... I'm going to do it in the duck sauce.
It's fair to dip.
Okay, here we go. Texture's all right.
Yeah, but I'm going to jump to the...
it's very meaty.
The dry one, though.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the liver. I'm going to have a bite without it first to let you know how it is, but then I'm going to definitely dip it after that. So it's not going to be much of a sound.
It's too dry. It looks
It's
really
super
dry.
Right? All right, now I'm going to dip it. And try not double dip. Don't let the side I bit go into that sauce.
Okay.
All right.
So this is common. Some people like to have more liver than less, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know those people personally.
All right, here we go.
What does it actually taste of, though? Does it just taste of dry shoe?
Yeah, maybe a shoe, like you eat the sole of a shoe. Maybe. I'm sorry for ragging.
Bigging up liver. But the sundae part is delicious, and it's a must together with tteokbokki. I think this is kind of the...
I don't know what this last part is.
Maybe the mori koki.
I think
they say sometimes
is
the
that
head
a bone?
meat.
Or is that cartilage? I think there's cartilage in there.
Yeah.
We're supposed to eat the cartilage, right?
In Korea, some people do, but it can be a bit too...
This is a big piece of cartilage.
Chunky.
I'm trying to pull it out with my fingers. Probably gross on camera.
A little bit, but this is the street food of the people, isn't it? Alex from Germany says, I love it, Alex, how you said, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
That is the way, as long as you don't have allergies or anything else to worry about, that's the way you should do it.
Give it a try, right? Siska is saying, if you dip anything in tteokbokki sauce, it'll be good. And that is a mantra I think you can live your life by. Just dip it in tteokbokki sauce. The spiciness will mask any tastes that you don't like. Is it a bit too chewy? So you've got all sorts of offcuts basically in this, but you can, like I said,
I'm not eating the cartilage.
Just for the blood sausage by itself. It's all right? I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
I have.
If you've just missed it, then we will upload it onto YouTube in the next couple of days. Alex, thank you as ever for putting things you don't know into your mouth.
That's what I do for you.
That's what you do for a living. Lovely. Put it on your resume. We'll see you next Monday.
Okay, see ya.
Take care. We got some Saenguk now. This is Pom Tanaba.